Alright, we're back over here at 12th Avenue in Rockford, Illinois. It is, geez, what is the date? April 17th, 2017. And when I went to move this air conditioner, the previous video it was back here, and Bob cleaned out all this stuff in here that I thought looked like a fire trap. Just the way the papers were all kind of evenly spaced around, you know, to get the good air when you want to start a fire. The other thing I noticed too is this window was open. So if somebody wanted to come over here and throw a, see that down there? If somebody wanted to come down here and throw a cigarette butt, a lit cigarette in here to start that fire, it certainly was prepared for it. So, again, these closets were just completely packed. That air conditioner was over here. I'm not sure if it was plugged in or not. The receptacle is over here on the wall. I don't, because Bob cleaned it up, I don't remember that it was, whether or not it was plugged in. But when I went to move it, it was a little disturbing because look what now number one, look at this. Does that look like something somebody's going to use? I mean, it's just a complete pile of trash. And it looks like it was brought in here specifically to start a fire. And the reason I say that is when you look at this plug. Look at this plug. Now that plug has been burning at some point, and I don't know whether it was in here or not. But as it's already been burning, it certainly would continue to burn. And so that's disturbing, number one. And as I was cleaning out, of course they left just oodles of paperwork, and they left lots of prescription drugs, and what, four cell phones and a pager. Not sure what you would use all those phones for, but I've had one phone for 30 years, so I'm not sure what you'd need 6 different devices to communicate with people except for the obvious. So anyway, once again we're getting it cleaned out, and again, this big, look at this heap. I mean, if this wasn't ready to set a fire, I'm not sure what was. This one isn't burnt, but the disturbing thing about this whole situation with these air conditioners is that they're old, they draw a lot of power. Usually you need at least 20 amps to power them, sometimes more. And when I bought this building, the fuse box downstairs had 50 amp bus or breakers in the fuse box, which means if somebody would have put a device in here that was drawing more than what the wires were capable of withstanding, which would be more than 20 amps, you would start those wires in this house on fire, because that 50 amp breaker downstairs would not trip until it got more than 50 amps. And the wires in this building are not made for 50 amps. They're made for 15 to 20 amps. So this is why I look at this and I'm a little bit disturbed, because this building, when I bought it, had those 50 amp breakers in it. I changed them out, but this sure looks suspicious, like I'm being set up for a fire. I changed them out, like I say, but if I hadn't, this certainly would have been a problem, I believe. So let's see, did we cover everything? These back closets, all this stuff was just completely packed in here. All this garbage was completely packed in this back hallway here, or I should say this back closet. So we're still pulling out papers. They left all their papers. You know, I'm not sure why somebody would leave all their records here. But like I say, it looks just like somebody just dumped garbage all over the floor. Indiscriminately or discriminately, either one, damage is the same. So these are, we took out about 20 bags of garbage. This is the stuff that was packed in that back closet. And so just so much stuff, and just so much garbage. So anyway, I'm looking through these documents. Maybe we can figure out the mystery. Maybe we can find out who their handler was. These were agent provocateurs over here to target my property because of my work at the Rock River Times as a journalist, where we saved this community. Well, we at least saved them $23 million in 1996 when there was a political prisoner that they held because he challenged the court system, claimed that the circuit clerk's office was missing $23 million a year. They threw him in prison. They beat him. They drugged him. And Frank Shear and the Rock River Times, the team there, got him out with a lot of support from the people in the community who marched and protested around November of about 2007. No, 1997. Let me get my date straight here. 1997 is when the protesters marched. There were 36 people there marching on the Winnebago County Courthouse to demand the release of the political prisoner who had challenged the court, claiming there was $23 million missing from the circuit clerk's office. Well, within a few months, you can now pay your fines not only in cash, which was the only way to pay it before, but now you could pay it with check, money order, ATM, and other honest ways. So there's a reason why I'm being targeted. This is all a residual effect of standing up for the community, and as a newspaper, seeing a person that was put in prison for pointing out the corruption going on in this county and in this city. So that's what happens. This is the penalty you pay. Now, am I sorry I stood up? No, I am not. But I am happy to be able to document it and let other people know that they'll do this to you. Now, that's not to scare you off. It's to prepare you to know that they're going to do it anyway. So you may as well be prepared. If you're going to speak out, you better be prepared that this is what they're going to do. Not to scare you, but to merely show you that this is their methods. Okay, I'm signing out. Thanks.